Hey guys, welcome back and happy Sunday. This has been a long time coming. We haven't done this in a really long time, maybe almost a year, but today we're going to actually do a Pilates circle. Maybe you've heard it called the magic circle, circle of fire, etc. A Pilates ring workout focusing specifically on our upper body and our arms and our core. So we're going to be using, of course, this Pilates circle today. You can get these, honestly, a lot of places. I've seen them at TJ Maxx. I've seen them at discount stores like Five Below. You could probably get them at like a Big Five sporting goods store. This one is from Amazon. That's also a great option. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. We've got a great 20-minute routine today, focusing on all of our deep core muscles, as well as some upper body, including chest, arms, and a little bit of our back. So go ahead, grab that magic circle if you have one, and maybe an optional mat for when we get down on the floor, and I will meet you in the back there. All right, guys, we're gonna get started just warming everything up before we grab that circle. Let's start with a march. I want you to bring that knee up nice and high, maybe a little bit higher than a march, almost like you're trying to get that knee up towards your chest, just warming up that core. Nice exhales here. Doing great, guys. You can add on the arms as well if you'd like, just getting everything nice and warm. We're ready to go. We're gonna go into some cactus arms here in just a second to warm up those back muscles. We're gonna go ahead, take those arms up overhead as you exhale. Bring those elbows down by your waistline. They're gonna come back behind you just a little bit. Press that chest forward. I'll turn sideways so you can see. Think about pressing those shoulder blades together in the back there, getting that back nice and warmed up. We're gonna come on down to our hands and our knees next. We're gonna go for a bird dog, lifting opposite arm, opposite leg. Warming up that core and that back just a little bit more. Let's go ahead and come on down, hands and knees. Nice deep breath, and as you exhale, opposite arm, opposite leg goes up just in line with that shoulder and hip. We're making a nice straight line from our fingertips to our toes, exhaling before you start that lift, keeping that core nice and stable, low back is nice and flat here. Great job, guys. We're gonna go ahead and come into a push-up next, warming up that chest. You can go on both knees, one knee, or up on your toes. Let's go ahead and find that nice push-up position. Perfect, lower down. Bring yourself back up. I really wanna see that full range of motion, wherever you have to go to do that, whether that's your knees, one knee, or up on your toes. That full range of motion is the most important part. Great, guys. We're gonna roll onto our backs here in a second. We're gonna go for a cross stretch, going opposite knee, opposite elbow. Let's go ahead, roll over now. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. Hands come up by your ears. Nice deep breath, and as you exhale, let's lift and reach, touching that opposite elbow to that opposite knee, waking up those obliques. From here, we have one more core exercise in our warm-up. We're gonna go for a jackknife. We're gonna take those arms up in line with our shoulders. Legs are gonna come up in line with those hips. Perfect, bring it all up. Press that low back into the floor. Exhale, lower arms, lower legs. If you feel that low back start to peel up off of the floor, I want you to shorten that range of motion with your leg. Great job, guys. This is our last exercise in the warm-up. We're gonna grab that magic circle and get started next. Last one here. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Come on up to standing. Let's grab that magic circle. We're gonna start standing today. We're gonna go for a little standing press. So we're gonna actually bring one knee up in line with our hip here. We're gonna put one end of the magic circle right there, other end goes on that hand, and we're going to press. I want you to keep this knee nice and steady. It's a little balance challenge. If you wanna grab onto something to steady yourself, you certainly can. Focus really on pressing through that hand. You're using your arm here, and you're also using that core to keep yourself nice and steady. We're gonna bring that magic circle to our hip in just a couple seconds here. Doing great, guys. Keep breathing. Let's go ahead, bring that magic circle to your hip. It's gonna be sandwiched right between that hip bone and your arms, nice and tall. We've got this nice flat, stable circle here, and we're gonna press. Keep that shoulder back and down. Sometimes we have a tendency to want to hike it up towards our ears as we press, but I want you to keep it down and in line. You can even keep your hand there like I am to keep it in check. You're really going to focus on using your lats here, those muscles right along the side of your rib cage, pressing through, activating that muscle. Doing great, guys. We're gonna go ahead and grab our magic circle with both hands here in just a few seconds. We're gonna go for a little press and lower. We're gonna take that circle up overhead, and we're gonna go for a little press. Doing great, guys. Really focusing a lot on this upper body here to start. Last one here. Perfect. Let's go ahead and take that magic circle up overhead. We're grabbing on with both hands. Arms are nice and straight. I want you to press, and you're gonna slowly lower down just in line with that chest. Perfect. Once you reach this spot, go ahead, release, bring it back overhead. Now let's press, lower down, using those pec muscles as well as those lat muscles we've been using. We're also using a little bit of bicep here as well. Doing great, guys. We're going to take the magic circle over to the other side next. We're going to start with that lat press. Last one here. Perfect. Let's go ahead and bring it over other side. Same thing we did before. Keep that shoulder back and down. Exhale and press. Perfect. Using that lat muscle, as well as a little bit of that bicep. Doing great. We're gonna do that nice standing one knee press here up next. One more time, and then we're gonna head on down to the floor. Now remember, you can go towards a stable surface for that one-legged press if you would like to help with your balance. You can grab onto a table, countertop. Even the wall is totally fine, just something nice and stable that won't move on you. Last one here. Perfect. Let's go ahead. Bring that knee up, balance yourself, your hips are nice and stable. Hand is on top, exhale and press. Doing great, guys. We're coming down to the floor into that bird dog position. We're gonna take the circle underneath our right hand to start. We're gonna hit both sides, but we'll start with the right. A little balance challenge again, but this time you'll be on the floor. You'll have more points of contact. Maybe not quite as unstable as this exercise right here. Go ahead, come on down, hands and knees. Hands are directly underneath those shoulders, knees are directly underneath those hips. We're gonna take that magic circle up on its ends here. Put it right underneath that right hand, and we're just gonna go ahead and press into it nice and stable. Now let's go ahead and layer on as we press. Let's extend that left leg out nice and straight, just in line with that hip, just like we did in the warm-up. Exhale, blow before you go. Get that core tightened up and ready and balanced. And then we'll extend out and press into that circle. Doing great, guys. We're gonna go for a supported push-up next. The circle is actually gonna go right around your breastbone area. Great job, guys. Let's go for one more here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and place one end right underneath that breastbone, right around where your sternum is. Other end comes to the floor. Let's find our push-up position. And then from there, we're gonna go ahead and lower down and lift back up. You'll notice that the circle is adding a little extra support. So maybe you can go into a different position for your push-up. Maybe you're gonna try one knee. Maybe you'll go all the way up on your toes. Maybe you'll stay on both your knees. It is up to you. It's your workout, guys. I'm just teaching it. We're gonna hit that bird dog on the other side next. Let's go one more. All right, come on back to your hands and your knees. Let's take that magic circle right underneath that left hand. This time as we press that left hand down, we're going to take that right leg out straight back behind us. Exhale before you start. Nice low back is nice and flat here, guys. Great, guys. We're going to come onto our back here in a second. We're going to go for that cross crunch, just like we did in the warm-up, but we're going to add in the magic circle, of course. And we're going to focus on one side. All right, guys, let's go ahead and roll onto our backs here. We're gonna have our knees bent, feet flat on the floor. We're gonna take that magic circle crossbody. So let's bring it right to our left knee here, right on the thigh. And then we're gonna go ahead and grab with that right elbow. Right leg comes out nice and straight, and let's go ahead and crunch. So I'm lowering my head down in between each repetition, and I'm lifting and lowering that opposite leg as well. We're going to take the magic circle in between both our hands here in just a second for that jackknife. Let's go one more. All right, go ahead, grab that magic circle between both your hands. Legs are gonna come back up. Press that low back into the floor. As you exhale, I want you to add in a little pressure into that circle. We're gonna lift and lower those legs. Remember, keep that low back pressed into the floor. Bring yourself back on up. At the top, I'm releasing that pressure in my circle. I'm taking my inhale and then I'm exhaling and going again. All right, let's go ahead, bring those feet down. We're gonna take that cross crunch to the other side. So we've got that right knee bent, Left elbow is ready to go. Ready, and let's crunch. Doing great, guys. We're gonna go ahead and come into some rocking next. We're gonna take the magic circle into our hands and our toes. All right, let's go ahead, take that magic circle, grab one end with your hand. Toes are gonna come into the other side. Let's come on up to seated here. Perfect, knees are slightly bent. We're gonna rock back onto our shoulder blades and then come back up. Balance on those glutes. Exhale back. Balance, take your inhale. Exhale. Doing great, guys. We're gonna hold it up at the top here. In just a second, we're gonna go for a little walk with our circle. We're going back just to our shoulder blades, keeping that core engaged the whole time. We're not thunking, no thunking, just rolling. All right, guys, come on into a nice seated position here. We're gonna hold that magic circle out. Exhale, let's lift one leg into the circle. Take the other to meet it. Bring it back down, bring it back down. So it's going one at a time. Doing great, guys. We got one more exercise after this, and then we're going to stretch. Let's go ahead. Take those legs out nice and long. We're gonna grab that magic circle between our hands. I want you to go ahead, press that circle, pull it away. We're gonna roll down one vertebrae at a time until we find this nice C curve in our spine. Hold there. And then I want you to go ahead, come on up. Release that circle, pull it apart, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, press. Inhale, slowly come back up. Pull that circle apart until you're up, seated, spine is nice and tall. This is your last exercise. You got 15 seconds of hard work left, and then we're gonna stretch using that magic circle. All right, guys, let's go ahead. We're gonna roll onto our backs one more time. We're gonna take both our feet into that magic circle, right on the balls of those feet. Oh, lower yourself back down, stretch those legs. Try to keep them as straight as you can. Nice stretch along the backs of those calves and those hamstrings. Great, we're gonna come on up to seated here in just a second. All right, let's come on up here. We're gonna come into a nice side stretch. So take that magic circle up overhead. Arms or hands are wrapped around. We're gonna take it over to one side. Pull, 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 pull here. All right, let's go ahead, rotate. Take that magic circle into your right hand. It's gonna come down to the ground. Left hand comes to right knee. Rotate, look over that right shoulder. We're going to take that nice side stretch to the other side here in just a second. All right, go ahead, come on out. Let's bring that magic circle up overhead one more time. Wrap those fingers around. Pull apart, and let's go ahead, stretch over to the side. Nice in the lateral, like you're in between two panes of glass. No rotation here. We're going to rotate in just a second. Nice deep breath. Let that heart rate come down. Let's come on up to center. We're going to take that magic circle in our left hand, bring it around to the left side. Right hand comes to that left knee. Rotate, look over that left shoulder. Great job, guys. We've got a little less than a minute here left. We're going to go ahead, grab that magic circle behind our back with both hands. We're going to take a nice chest stretch. Let's go ahead. I'm going to switch around so you guys can see here. Grab that magic circle behind your back with both hands. Straighten those arms out. Pull apart just a little bit. Nice stretch in that chest. Option to look up towards the ceiling or to look straight forward. One more nice deep breath here. Go ahead, release that magic circle. We're going to tuck it off to the side. Great job today, guys. You did it. You got that full upper body, that core workout using that magic circle, including your nice stretch. Thank you guys, of course, so much for being here. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, like, subscribe, hit that bell. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys again next Sunday.